Hello guys, how's your day? My day is going very well. Please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And today I want to make my channel diverse, not too diverse, but pretty diverse. Gaming and reaction content mainly, and maybe a few vlogs. So I really want to get this out the way. First reaction video, let's get it. This is by Jubilee, 5 Pastors, 2 Secret Atheists. Let's see what this is about. But first, they have to get their money. So hope you enjoy. I'm also eating while this. If you hear crunching, I'm sorry.
My name is Jay. I'm an Episcopal priest.
Bye-bye.
Don, pastor, non-denominational.
Dominic, Lutheran pastor.
Paul, youth pastor, SBC.
Paul wore a whole suit, and I was like, oh, maybe he's overcompensating. Like, I don't know what a pastor would wear on a Saturday. Maybe it's this suit.
So I'm Zach, former Calvary Chapel pastor, and now fully Calvary guy.
Whoa, yes!
Yeah, hence the tattoos and stuff.
I think my strategy is going to be this idea of really trying to just hear the heart behind why people are pastoring.
Daniel, also youth pastor, non-denominational.
I'm Anna, largely non-denominational, kind of all over the place over the years.
I mean, I have a question education. So
Sure.
Seminary, maybe degrees, I don't know.
Seminary, theological studies.
Okay. Yeah. Where at?
King's College as well as Oxford University.
Okay. Was that an MA or was it an MDiv or
You're
what?
drilling me in.
I know. Absolutely.
No, your turn.
Oh, my turn.
Your turn. Yeah, man.
So
Give it to him.
So I'm in an MA program at Western Seminary currently.
I went to Calvary Chapel Bible College.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. And then did the Veritas program, so degree in theology with a focus in biblical studies.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Actually, not really a formal institution, but grew up in such a rural area. There was just nothing for so far. So almost more like an apprenticeship kind of context.
Yeah.
Tiny town with tinier
Oh,
towns around
sure.
it. So we all would kind of come to the same Lutheran church primarily when I was studying.
What kind of Lutheran church?
Again, such a small area that just Lutheran.
It's her. Alright, she's sus. So my first pick is her. My second pick is the guy opposite of her. Who she's facing. Forward facing. If she's looking straight. Hold on.
There's so few people to get.
Their brand.
Yeah.
No, not that guy.
Okay, run-of-the-mill Lutherans.
Like that.
It's either her
Thought, well, if she's a Lutheran
or
pastor, she would definitely say which denomination she would be.
What town did you grow up in?
no, it's not her.
Upper Michigan, actually.
That guy with the yellow hat. Yeah, I think he's sus. But anyway,
Very small area.
What town?
Near Marquette, kind of one of the big cities around there, but it's the one that someone would know.
Anna spoke in very general terms. I don't even think she knew the city that she came from, but she knew the city that was next to the city she came from. And at that point, I was done.
You mentioned that you didn't grow up in the church.
Right,
More
yeah.
of that going around?
Sure. Okay. Totally.
So I've been there all my life. Was baptized at 7 years old. I don't think I really became a believer until I was 30, to be perfectly honest. I did it because I was brought up, and this is what you're supposed to do. You do what they do, and what they say, and you believe, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, and then I got kicked out.
yo, 2 dudes didn't even get to talk. Is that just me? 2 of them didn't even get to talk. Paul, Anna, it's Anna. It's Anna.
From what
Yeah.
I knew about Lutherans, there should have been a very specific answer to that question, and that kind of threw me off.
Anna.
A-N-N-A. Done.
Of course, the woman's not bad.
That's
Check your bias. Bye. Being the only woman in the group today was a little tricky. Obviously, not being able to always edge my way into the conversation, was not able to present it in the way that I would have liked, and that I thought would
Bro,
have been
you had half the
effective.
conversation. What are you talking about?
And I was so happy that there was a female pastor because they're the only types of people that are as rare as gay pastors.
She's saying that
myself.
that's an
It's
excuse just because
very
she's
much
female.
still new, where we're seeing
But-
queer pastors and queer worship leaders and queer Christians. Tell me, you got kicked out for what?
I got kicked out. Well, I got kicked out because I was in the church, and as I grew older in the church, I began to ask questions that to me were very obvious.
What was one of those questions?
is baptism essential for salvation? You know, communion, you know, some of those, you know, battleground questions that oftentimes separate, you know, faith and denomination.
I pastored high school kids for years, and I never had any of them asking me that question.
I want to know what
Huh?
everybody's ministry
That's why he's
responsibilities
sus.
are
He's
and what
sus.
you're
I'm
currently
telling you.
teaching through.
Yeah, so I'm an assistant teaching pastor, so we're replanting, revitalizing. So I'm an elder and a teaching pastor.
I serve at a small Korean church in La Mirada, California, and I take care of the youth ministry.
So I'm
You know, he's a third
semi-retired.
sussist.
I also don't have a
Jay,
congregation, although I work with one.
he could easily pull a fast one on us, but I don't think it's him.
I also,
Also,
have a weird
the black guy,
job that,
the only black guy.
I'm
Might I
chaplain
say?
to a governmental
I think
Jimmy
he
answered
is
a question
definitely safe.
about being retired, but he never indicated what he was retired from. And after years of being in ministry or serving, I thought there would have been a culmination of his life experiences, and now he's doing a part-time assistant thing.
My
And I
bad, I'm
thought,
swimming.
okay, so we've slipped into some unknown factors about yourself, Jay.
I don't pastor a church. I pastor pastors. So I work for a denomination, and I preach at different congregations every week.
I'm not in the pulpit right now, but I am teaching in small groups, conversations. There's a lot of dogmatic positions that are just generalized for Christendom.
So I have a question. I mean, when was the last time, you were in a hospital room with somebody, and what comfort did you give them in a
The
time?
three guys in the middle are safe. The three
I
old
think
guys
that
in the middle.
someone who is
The Dominic,
in pastoral ministry,
the
is
black
more
guy.
than just preaching and teaching. I felt a question that would get at that,
hold on, I'm sorry.
give them in a time you were
This guy.
in a hospital.
Christendom. So I have a
Alright. This guy. Right here. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse chat. I mean, not chat, but I watched too much Kai Kent. Sanat or Kai Kent? I don't know. This guy, he definitely seems like he's the best. He's the safest. The black guy, no, the black guy's safest. This guy, he's the second safest. And Dominic is.
A question. I mean,
I don't have any. I have the most suspicion out of the
in a
three.
hospital.
From Dominic.
Comfort did you give them in a time that was critical? I think that someone who is in pastoral ministry, it's more than just preaching and teaching. I felt a question that would get at that about how somebody gives the comfort and the peace in the presence of God would really indicate whether
Questions
or not they were
are
a pastor and they were
are
involved
just
in that
life,
type of
man.
ministry.
You don't
Last time
have
I
to
was in
live
the
like
hospital
Christians.
was not too long ago. It was I'd actually become almost a medical proxy for a family friend's mother. She was elderly and just kind of going through, and it was very, very tender for me. But the comfort that I gave was in knowing that her family was nearby, and knowing that beyond this moment, when she stepped out of time into eternity, she would be in the place she longed to be.
I've only had to do it once, and it was very recent, and I hated it with every fiber of my being because it was for somebody that I loved, and it was a lot of waiting and quiet and very, very soft prayers and just kind of being there, and I'm shaking. I hated it.
I don't think it's him, but he's a little sus.
The thing that
Damn,
I
Don!
thought about it was-
Yo, y'all racist, bro. Y'all racist. Y'all racist for real.
The way
Racist.
that he was answering the questions was very old school.
Y'all bitches, bro. Y'all are racist. Y'all are racist, bro.
I see what's happening. First the woman, then the black man. The gay is next. I see what's happening.
What the devil? Me? I put
Ah!
else left up there. Do they know Jesus? I know it.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you want to continue playing the game,
It's yellow hat. I swear, bro. It's yellow hat.
Okay, last.
My fault.
If
Yo. I just noticed. Everybody who was looking around, they're looking around the box. You know, they had their hands up. Some had their hands up. The guy in the suit was looking down. He was just, he's sus, man. It's yellow hat and then suit guy.
enter Honey's giveaway now, and you can win this.
Y'all could have put
this,
PlayStation, because PlayStation is better than Xbox.
Just
Y'all gotta,
add Honey to
y'all,
your
you have to
web
stop
browser,
fighting, man.
sign up for
It's
an
been
account,
so
don't
long,
have
man.
one, and you're
And
automatic
I'm
gift to
tired of
win
it, bro.
free stuff.
You
And
know
the prize
PlayStation is better.
So let's start with
When it
the
comes to
question
graphics,
of what does
it
a
doesn't
Christian
really.
mean to you?
It's your preferred, but
Agnosticism.
I'd rather pick
More than I talk about
PlayStation
atheism,
just because
just,
the
you know,
controller.
just the oversimplification
One,
of,
the
like,
controller.
as an atheist, I don't believe in
Friend,
God. Well,
two.
it's like, well, what is God?
I go back to like what Augustine of Hippo said, right? Like all hearts are restless until they find rest in God. An atheist is not the enemy. It's not just because you don't believe in the God that I love and serve. It doesn't mean you're the enemy. It means that you're restless in your heart and you're trying to search for meaning and belonging in anything other than God.
I'd be curious to know anybody on the stage that did not have a real serious questioning time.
You start.
Yeah, go for
You
it.
are very quiet.
Like exactly, bro.
What's the question? You are the best dressed.
I'm
a little overdressed today.
So the question was, have I ever wrestled with fate? To be honest, I wrestled more with my calling, more than my faith. My faith, once I had an experience and an encounter with God out of drug addiction,
Nah, bro.
my
Top.
faith was pretty solid. But with the calling, I think I wrestled countless amount of times. In high school, my parents decided to split, and that's when I really went on a frenzy with drug addiction. I struggled with meth, crystal meth, from my junior year. I think
You know what?
that's
I feel for this guy. He
put me to the
it's a
edge
pastor
of my
thing.
life,
Pastors are
rock bottom of my
literally
life,
when I'm in charge.
and
Pastors are
only
only
reaction
wearing suits, so
know is,
it makes sense that he's a pastor.
How
But
does it
it's
feel
yellow
like-
shirt, bro. I swear to God, it's yellow shirt.
You're on millennial. Yeah.
I swear I'm the whole. No, I'm not gonna do that. But
Yeah.
I swear on my kids, bro. I swear on my kids. I swear on my mother. Nah, I can't do that. I swear on my sister. I swear on I swear on all my siblings, bro. It's even my bad. They're my favorites. I swear on them.
Because of
Because of your background. Right.
Yeah.
So I know that's, yeah.
You know, I don't expect the end time anytime.
Bro, Jay is a real one. He didn't do anything. He didn't free Jay, man. Free Jay.
I sensed maybe a little bit of woundedness that he was putting forth, and wondering if maybe that was part of what he was using as a mask there.
I won't lie to you, Jay looked super familiar, and I was banking on him being a paid actor that I had seen in something before.
Yo, same actually.
The tie is between Jay and Daniel. I will give you each on the clock 30 seconds to state your case.
You know, I don't know what to say except that I think I should have not voted for the redo. Other than that, went to seminary.
Yo, Jay, I really have hope in Jay, bro.
Spoke priest for 35 years. I felt
If they don't put out yellow shirt,
and you guys just killed me for that.
Yellow
so,
hat.
So that's basically it.
I know what to say. I'm a pastor. Please don't vote me out. It's as simple as that. I know that
I'm not agreeing with him.
been ordained
I don't know.
and
He's
I have
sus,
a
bro.
new congregation I'm really excited about, and the reason that I actually came was because I heard that there was some cash, and I was like, I really want to take the kids on like a cool trip, and so I really want to
Kids,
split some of this cash.
you look so young,
That's
bro.
why I'm here,
I
and don't wanna
can't
get voted
trust
out.
it,
Also,
bro.
Don't be homophobe, can't do it.
I was a youth pastor, man. Like, we had budgets for that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't get to use my own personal money.
I definitely saw the heart in Jay, and I felt like Daniel was more of presentation.
Exactly. Yeah, get that Daniel out. Get that Daniel boy out. 3 in a row, boy. 3 in a row.
All day.
If the lights turn green, that means the mole is out and you win.
It's yellow. It's yellow
Lights
hat, I
turn
swear.
red,
There's no one
mole's
else
still in the
except
box,
yellow hat.
and you lose. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
What? It wasn't black guy.
The moles, please reveal the
It was the lady. That girl is so sus, bro. She is so sus. The yellow girl is so sus. I knew it! But I'm the smartest person in the, I'm the smartest human in the world, bro.
My apologies, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm the smartest
Calvary
human.
Chapel, all of that was
Like,
real.
bro.
I do have a
Bro,
degree in theology from
I literally
Big
called
part
it
of
out, bro.
was a personal desire for knowledge and understanding of my own existence. So that was really what drove the course. And I wanted to feel like I was doing everything I could to get those answers.
So I have actually worked in the church for about 8 years total as a pianist and organist on and off. So I had a lot to draw from.
Here's what got me. As a Lutheran, there are no general Lutherans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That got me.
Plus, no, that really is the thing. I'm from such a loosely populated area that really is the case. Is there's so little that even brings people together. There's a lot of churches that are people who are strongly Catholic, strongly Lutheran, that will all be in the same place because like a whole town will be like a gas station, a corner store, and 10 houses.
So we are very much in a turning point in the community when it comes to queer individuals in Christianity. Even though I do not subscribe to Christianity, it's great to see at least a portion of this community that has such a large history of having a negative agenda towards us as a community, opening up their eyes, admitting their wrongs, apologizing and seeking reconciliation. And I think that it can only, get better so long as they can
impacted 0.5 people. No offense to that.
About people and their condition of their soul, and I really hope that those.
It's Jubilee, so yeah, but look how much. It's Jubilee, so yeah, they're gonna get views. But like, how much views? Like, this was 500K views. And the amount of people who own Jubilee are really diverse people, because they make the really diverse content. So maybe you're right. Maybe, but I wouldn't say it's over 1,000 people affected by that message. Just because of the view count. The view count compared. And it's like 1 view compared to some of their stuff that they make now. Like 10 views. Compared. But bro. It's done. So I hopefully you liked the video. If you didn't, please subscribe anyway and watch my videos, because I hope you do. And I make gaming videos too, and maybe in vlogs, you might not know. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, and please subscribe. It really helps out. It really helps me out, and it really just makes me happy at the end of the day. So thank you.